I'm Ethan, 28, and I was in my cramped Seattle apartment when my sister, Lauren, called. Her voice was smug through the phone. I sold your share of Dad's coffee shop chain, she said like she was discussing the weather. You weren't using it anyway, always off chasing your tech dreams. I needed the cash for my new boutique. My share, half of the small but thriving business our dad built in Portland, left to us both when he passed 2 years ago, was gone. Worth $150,000. It was my safety net, my legacy. How much is left? I asked, my voice steady despite the rage burning in my chest. None, she replied. Debts, Ethan. You know how it is. You'll bounce back. I gripped the phone. Hope you're ready for what's coming, I said, hanging up. Lauren had always been the golden child, charming everyone while I worked quietly, coding apps by night and helping Dad's shops by day. I'd moved to Seattle to launch my startup, trusting her to manage the business. Big mistake. She'd been siphoning profits for years, claiming marketing expenses while I trusted her as family. The shops were my inheritance, my future stability. She'd sold my share to a developer friend for a fraction of its value, pocketing the cash for her trendy clothing store. I sat at my desk, the Seattle skyline flickering outside, and started digging. First, I pulled the business records. Every email, every contract. Dad had left us equal shares, but Lauren had forged documents claiming I'd signed over my rights. She thought I'd roll over, like when we were kids, and she'd borrow my savings, never repaying. Not this time. I texted her, "Keep the money. Enjoy it." She replied, "Knew you'd understand, little bro." She had no idea what I was planning. Over the next week, I uncovered her scheme. Her boutique was a front. Most of the $150,000 went to cover her gambling debts, not inventory. I found emails between her and her developer friend, joking about how easy it was to convince Ethan he didn't need the money. I contacted a lawyer friend, Mia, in Portland. "She forged your signature," Mia said, reviewing the documents. "That's fraud. We can nail her." I nodded. "I don't just want my money back. I want her to feel it." Mia helped me file a lawsuit for fraud and breach of fiduciary duty. I also tipped off the IRS about her boutique's shady accounting, unreported cash transactions, fake invoices. Lauren's texts started flooding in. "Why are you being so dramatic? It's just business." I ignored them, forwarding each to Mia. My mom called, confused. "Lauren said you're jealous of her success. What's going on?" I sent her the forged documents. "She stole from me, Mom." Her silence told me everything. She'd always enabled Lauren, but this was too far. The family fallout was swift. My uncle, who'd invested in Lauren's boutique, was furious when I showed him her real financials. "She said my money was safe," he fumed. Cousins shared stories of her borrowing from them, never repaying. We held a family meeting without Lauren. My mom, tears in her eyes, admitted Lauren had lied about my dad's wishes, claiming he wanted her to take charge. I laid out the evidence, forged signatures, hidden debts, her friend's shady deal. "She's not getting away with this," I said. Mia's lawsuit hit Lauren like a freight train. The court froze her boutique's accounts pending investigation. The IRS audit uncovered her tax evasion, thousands in unreported income. Her developer friend turned on her, revealing their plan to flip the coffee shops for profit. Lauren's calls became desperate. "Ethan, I'm your sister. We can fix this," I replied. "Talk to my lawyer." Her boutique closed within months, her reputation in Portland's tight-knit business community trashed. At the trial, her lies unraveled. "I was protecting the family legacy," she claimed, but the judge wasn't buying it. Her texts, bragging about outsmarting me, were read aloud. The court ordered her to repay my $150,000 plus damages, forcing her to sell her car and condo. My mom, finally seeing Lauren's true colors, cut contact. I used the money to fund my startup, which landed a major investor last month. Lauren's last text read, "You've ruined me." I didn't reply. My success was my answer. Now, in my new Seattle office, my app climbing the charts, I look at Dad's old coffee shop logo on my desk. Lauren thought she could steal my future. Instead, she pushed me to build one she could never touch.